What's up? What's up? Yep. It's that time again. I was supposed to do this podcast right here. Symbolism is something else last night, probably around what, 11? And then it moved to like 12 or something. And it was like, okay, 12:30, and then I like fell asleep. I was like, all right, let's do it tomorrow. But then I was doing my taxes. I was like, oh man. Then I had to cook. So I was like, all right, let's just move to midnight. My bad. Anyway, I wanted to talk about symbolism because I don't know if it's good or bad, but I guess it can be good or bad depending on the situation. I mean, you look at the religious symbols. You got what, the Christian cross, got the cross, and you got the the the, the two upside the two triangles, or the Star of David, the David Star. What do you call it? And let's see. I don't know. Are they good? I mean, they seem like they could be for good things, purposes. But then you got, if you bring another person into it, another person can see it a different way. So then it could be a negative symbol to another, right? But that doesn't mean that it has to be a negative symbol to you. Um, I don't know. And then you look at the symbolism that comes out of a lot of the, I don't know, you want to call it Illuminati circles. Those, you got the triangle with the eye. You got the symbol with the hand over the eye thing. You know what I'm saying? The OK symbol. I don't know. I think the OK symbol's been like hijacked. But what if something that just is like a normal everyday thing becomes a symbol? Like what if, like, I don't know, like what if something that's just like a thing just becomes automatically a symbol to somebody? I mean, to you it means one thing, and then to them it means something completely different. I mean, I kind of go back to excuse me. I kind of go back to the what you call the Confederate flag issue. I mean, to to some people, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be hard to assume that it could be associated with hate. Um, but I'm also open to the idea that to some it is more heritage than anything else. And so in those cases, you know, I could understand someone being proud of it. I mean, especially if they know that they've had family who fought in the war. You know, it's kind of historical. Brother fighting brother, you know, which kind of goes to the Robert E. Lee statue debate. I mean, to some, that statue or Robert E. Lee represents, their son almost, because I'm pretty sure that's where he's from. He's from Richmond or somewhere, like somewhere in Virginia. Um, and that was part of the reason he didn't want to fight for the North, is because he had family in the South who would be on that Southern side. So, I mean, could you see yourself saying, "All right, yeah, I guess they on that side. Yeah, just ransack their ass, just take everything." That's cousin, Johnny, uh, uh, John Lee, John Lee Jr. Just ransack that shit. I can see how that would factor into maybe the decision. And he did well for what he was working with. And then you got this dude, Ulysses. Ulysses Grant, dude. I bet he would have been like an interesting dude to hang out with. You know, he liked to drink. If I don't know. It's just, anyway, so they had to eventually go down the ranks to this guy. He was good. It was just like, he just had a habit of drinking and, getting rowdy, you know what I'm saying? And so they said, all right, let's give him a chance. Let's give this dude a chance. And he started winning, you know? So, cheers. Cheers to Ulysses S. Grant. So yeah, symbols. So then they take this statue, and they turn it into a symbol of hate, right? When that's where the dude was from. Can you imagine, like, they erect a statue of D Train somewhere, right? And then one day they say, "Oh man, we got to take this down because D Train was married to a white woman." Yeah, but y'all already knew that for years. I mean, this it's like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like something new, right? Everybody knew that he was from there, and it was like, okay. And now you got these people from not even there, I'm pretty sure. That's the way it is in Chapel Hill too. You got these people who not even from there. Not only Chapel Hill, but North Carolina. You know, tearing down statues. Durham. I think they over in NC State too. Duke, NC State, Chapel Hill. I kind of feel like it's the same people, but I ain't out there like that, so I was complete speculation. Um, but yeah. So symbolism can be a powerful thing, but you got to be careful because I'm a DJ, right? Well, I'll be playing music, and people move. Okay, so here's a RCA cable, right? Here's an RCA cable. This is just the RCA cable, right? This RCA cable right here, dude, it is like it's like I use it for just about everything. I got RCA's, I got XLRs, right? I got what? I got me some quarter plugs. I got quarter plugs. I got speak ons. I should have set up my damn tripod thing. Right, I got all kinds of cords. I got mic cords, and the thing about symbolism is that you can make it what you want it to be, or not. You know, thing ain't working. There we go. Working now. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it's an RCA cable, but you can make it what you want it. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could look at that and be like, "Oh man, that's a symbol." To me, it's just an RCA cable that I just knew how to just wrap. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have to be careful with symbols because it might just be a little piece of cord. You know, to somebody else it might mean something completely different. Just looking at it, but whose fault is that? My fault. Matter of fact, I saw somebody tie one of these nooses online. I'm like, dude, you're doing it wrong. You should have like a noose tying contest. Take back our power. Yeah, don't play around with this thing, man. Hell, it's hard enough to get it undone. Oh yeah, trying to make a fucking point. This thing is making it difficult. And look, it's now, hey, now it's back to being a chord again. Just like that. Oh, it's not scary anymore. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, man. I saw this dude tying. You can find out how to tie anything. Anyway, um, I don't know. It just seems kind of weird that Juicy, Justy. You know. You know what though? I bet if they go online on his computer, get his computer records, they might find how to tie a noose on his computer. They probably already did the forensics, you know. That's why that guy the was it the police chief? The police chief? Or was it the FBI? I don't know. That's why he came out as like certain as he did. But it sounds like he's sticking with his story. He's hey, I'm going down with this story. That's what he says. All right. Hey, you know. And it's to the point now where it's like, oh man, well, shit, maybe he didn't do it. And every time I say that, man, I just go back to that interview, and it's just like, dude, he's lying. You can see it in his face, man. Like, oh man. See, I don't want to let y'all in on my special power. you know, and you don't want to call out, lying every single time because then, you know, then they'll cover it up because then they know how to cover up. Especially don't tell them how they lying. You know, but you got these body language experts online, and they're good, dude. I'm like, oh yeah, so that's what that's called. I can put words now to what I can see. You know, they have all the verbatims and shit, which is cool. It's good to be an expert, but in doing it, it's like, you know, and I'm so proud to be, I guess, a part of the family that I'm in, the Howard and Hunter and the Johnsons and everybody, because it's kind of like when you coming up, you watch the ones kind of that's more like you in a way. Like my granddad, he was he was always singing like me, but you like to have a sip every once in a while, drink time. Yeah. Cheers. But he was quiet. He was listening. He was listening all the time. And every once in a while, he just bust out laughing because it's something he heard or thought or remembered that somebody had said. He'd be talking about it, just happy. And he had these songs, and bringing us back around to symbolism. Now that I think back, with the man couldn't read, from what I understand, because he would get me to read his mail for him sometimes. But sometimes he would sing these songs, and now as a grown man, I was like, was he coding a message in there to everybody? You know, it's like he sang these songs, you know, and it was almost like, I don't want to get too much into it, but let's just say, if you stand with somebody, right? If you stand with somebody and you don't like the way they live, and it's almost like you can leave because because you stand with somebody else, right? How you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's the one that doesn't have that thing together? I mean, I'm not saying in every case, but like, you know, you don't really have a high ground to tell somebody else how they should, do things all the time. I mean, you can lend a hand, y- you know, you can maybe say, hey, I was thinking maybe, you know, say, hey, you know what I'm saying? And then if that's it, then that's just it, you know. Apologize, keep it moving. Keep a place to stay for as long as you can handle whatever it is you're going through, and then just be out, right? So anyway, uh, he would sing he would sing this song. This old building keeps on leaning. I gotta move to a better home. It's almost like reverse psychology, right? Like if he's a homeowner and somebody else is staying with him, it's like this old building keeps on leaning. I gotta move to a better home. Well, he's not talking about him, he's talking about you. Your ass got to go. Oh man, maybe I'm looking too deep into it, man. But that's how my grandfather was, man. He was look, man, he was alone a lot, but he loved being around people, you know. But he loved being alone. You know what I mean? He loved being alone. I had this older white guy tell me about my granddad, right? He was like, "Oh, Leslie, yeah, oh man, he loved to drink." I was like, "Okay, now I know you talking about the same guy. All right, cool. All right." But he said, "I tell you what, man, he would just walk through the woods, and the animals would get so used to him that he would let us know where the deer was, and because they were so used to him, he would just walk on through because he didn't really uh well at that point, he's getting older. I guess he didn't feel like processing it, and probably didn't have as many people to do it with them, so he would probably like have some other people. People do that. I know some people who hunt, and they just take after they kill it, they'll skin it real quick, drop the matter of fact, I got more stuff dropped in my area than a little bit. But anyway, and then they take it up to the girl or the whoever can turn it into sausage, cut it up, do whatever. Yeah, man. They got a process. But my granddad, he would just sit off to the side until he had to say something. You know, so it's good to have a little of that and the other side. The little frick and the frack, the yin and the yang. You know, and sometimes it's good to I don't know. I'm just seeing a lot of messaging, and I remember being in like a place where it's just like you get all this information and you just want people to know, man. You know, and sometimes you gotta wonder: is a symbol, or is a symbol just somebody doing something because they seen somebody do something? You know, I don't know. I'm fortunate enough to not be that you know big a whatever the hell this is to, for people to give a shit. But I don't know. What do you think, man? Symbols, man. Are they powerful or are they nothing? I mean, because they can still just be nothing. I mean, that cord could just my RCA cable could be just a RCA cable, or it could be a noose. You know, it could be anything. It could be a lasso. I could turn it into a lasso. I want to see that too. I have to do a YouTube search. No, but anyway, so tell me what you think, man. What do you think about symbols, man? Symbols. I don't know. I think symbols can be great for inspiration, for good purposes, but it can also be turned into something more sinister. You know, and you never know what symbols mean to who. So you just got to do you. Keep it moving. You know, just keep it grooving, dude. Anyway, that's my time. So, therefore, on the other hand, nevertheless, word, peace.